Alright, hello everyone and welcome to this video. And today we're gonna talk about something that Bungie did, which I am really kind of pissed about and disappointed and all kinds of emotional and I mean, we all know about the fiasco yesterday with that patch breaking the game and our inventory, most currency and materials disappearing, and that sucks. Obviously now they fixed it, and that's not what I'm gonna talk about. But what I am going to talk about is what they did to Corridors of Time. As you can see, there's no prompt to access it at all, and if I go to Cyrus, I can see this abandoned quest. It says, which is exploring the Corridors of Time. I can pick it up. It will tell me to go here, but I cannot access it whatsoever. And the reason to this is because they completely removed Corridors of Time from the game. Now if you've been reading like their TWAB, you would have known that it's gone, and you probably have heard their excuse to why it's gone. Something about it went unstable and it couldn't stay up. Now I tend not to believe that. Well, tend not. I honestly don't believe that. It's kind of a bullshit reason. Well, excuse I should say. Because the real reason to why, I think we all know it, and that is because people, or well, players, cracked the code earlier than Bungie wanted, or not wanted, but thought that we would. I think before the 28th. And because of that, they got butthurt and they got salty, and also basically what they did was to delete the Corridors of Time. And the issue now with that, and I mean, you might say to yourself, what does it matter? Most people already gotten everything from the Corridors of Time. They've already got the Bastion, and for new people who never did it, will now be able to go to Saint 14 and pick up the quest for Bastion without having to do the Corridors of Time. Now the problem with this is we are missing out on a pretty big part of the content that we paid for. And not only that, but in the Corridors of Time you could get lore pieces and also an emblem. Not only could you get lore pieces and an emblem, you would also have that, I wouldn't say cutscene, but that scene where Saint 14 is talking about your death and stuff like that, or your grave, and saying how kind of humanity is doomed and all of that. We are missing that out. And when I say we, I mean me and other people who never did a Corridors of Time. Now you could say that it's my fault or whatever, but I recently bought the season pass like 2 days ago, just before the reset, and I've heard the whole time like Saint 14 is going to give out the Bastion quest, and I thought that was the only change, but no, they removed the Corridors of Time, and with it the emblem, the lore pieces, and that scene of your grave and all. And it's really annoying because we paid for this, and then they just remove it just like that because some people figured out their code quicker than they thought. And it is annoying. I am not okay with that. No one should be okay with that. We should not be okay with this. We should not let them do this, because who isn't to say that they're going to do it more often? For next season, maybe a whole event could be deleted just like that. Maybe weapon, I don't know. You never know. You cannot sit there and just accept it. And lore wise, wouldn't it makes more sense to have it at the end of the season? Like it went unstable and broke, and that is why we're not going to have the sundial anymore. That would make perfect sense. I would honestly believe that way more then probably what they're gonna do, they're probably just gonna delete it like they did with Vex Offensive. He just gone. He just disappeared. I don't think they made up any story to why that disappeared. And I don't know what the story is gonna be here, but that would have made more sense to why this activity, or well, season, and this activity disappears at the end of the season. And currently it is 40 days left of the season. It is over a month left of the season, and they removed a part of it that we paid for. And you're not getting, if you're paying it now, you probably won't get a discount. If you paid for it earlier, you won't get anything back from it. You won't get any money back from it. And it is honestly really stupid, because right now I lost access to those lore pieces and the emblem. And again, yes, I could have had those if I bought it earlier, but you shouldn't be forced to pay for a piece of content because, you know, a fear of them removing some content from this season pass. Like, I thought this would be up until the end of the season, and I mean, I've also seen when I did Bastion Quest today, I met someone else who was doing it, so presumably that person never got to experience this either. And it is so annoying that you can pick up his quest to go to Corridors of Time, and having this up here and you can't do anything, and it will just go back to him after you leave this area. And to be fair, right, I did explore the Corridors of Time before the reset, but I still had this quest. Like, it didn't really tell me what to do, so I honestly don't know how you complete this. Also, I did do the 30 code. I looked up on how to get Bastion, and people just told me about the 30 code and not about you having to get the lore pieces first, which was quite annoying. I don't know exactly where it is. Is it dusk and dawn? As I said, I don't know exactly where it is. I should have like 2, so maybe I can find it for you scrolling down like this. Maybe the light. No? Well, is it gone from here? Anyway, I did it twice. I got, well, obviously 2 of the lore pieces, and that was it. I did, as I said, I did the 30-digit code thing 3 times and nothing happened. I presume it is because you needed to get all the lore pieces first, although I've heard that that gives the emblem, but it might also allow you to then do the 30-digit codes. I wish I'd known that beforehand, because I did have kind of a day before the reset to kind of do it, but since most of the guides on how to get Bastion only told you about the 30-digit code and not about the lore pieces before it, I was kind of screwed from it. And as I said, they should not have deleted this at all, because some people figured out the code before they expected us to. And also, I mean, what do you can expect? You saw people streaming this, so like for days. You even told them to go to bed. You knew they were trying to crack it. You should not have been surprised whatsoever that they did crack it, and that they, you know, would share it, because obviously they were streaming, so people could have followed them, would follow what they were doing, getting the codes, and then getting the Bastion quest. And it sucks. Really, it really does. Because I was saving up for a, like an upgrade part of my PC, and that's why I didn't buy it earlier. But I can see now that I can have afford for the upgrade part on my next paycheck, pretty much. And I decided to buy the season pass just because those exotic weapons looked really good, and they had a steel feather and the other weapons that were pretty good. I heard the sandals were pretty fun, and so I went and bought it. And right after that, they remove a piece of content, and with that, an emblem and some lower pieces out of the game, and also obviously said this content, this room area, and I am not really happy about that whatsoever. They should not have done it, and they really need to like grow up and put it back in and not do this again. Like, we should not be okay with this whatsoever. So if you're one of those who think that this is okay, it's nothing, just they can remove it. Most people already done it. There's no reason for it to be up. Please do rethink, because who isn't to say that they will do it again next season for maybe something else that is bigger or maybe better than the Quarters of Time. And as I said, some people might not buy it right away, so when they do buy it, they just find out that something has been locked out or taken away, like Quarters of Time, and that's not okay. We should not have to deal with that. If they do remove some content, they need to reduce the price of the season pass, because you get less items and less content from it. And for those who bought it at full price, you probably get some refunds back, because, well, they spent more than they should have technically, or, well, they didn't spend more, but they lost due to them removing this piece of content, or any piece of content that gotta come in the next events, or not events, season passes. So yeah, but anyways, that's what I kind of talk about, and I really hope that they don't do this again. And hopefully you're not okay with this. You shouldn't be okay with this. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.